Hey everybody, thanks for joining us today. We are in for a little bit of an adventure today. We recently got to take the little Smith nieces and nephews to the local zoo here in Knoxville. And it's always fun taking the little guys to this place just to see their reactions and responses to the animals they don't normally get to see.
Horses and reindeers, all kind of stuff.
Whoa.
And titles. All kinds of stuff.
But first, we wanted to invite you to join us on a trivia game for the animals that we're going to see. There's 10 different animals that we have questions for, so if you want to play this trivia game, please get a pencil and paper. It's been said that the dullest pencil remembers longer than the sharpest mind. So you want to remember your answers, because we're not going to give the answers immediately. Just list out numbers 1 through 10. There's going to be 10 separate animals to write your answers in for those numbers. But before we get started with that, I wanted to bring up a recent home video I saw of you with your parents and grandparents going to this same zoo, and you must have been like 3?
The zoo was always a highlight. We went with my granddad, my Aunt Kay, Papa Bill, and Mama Jane, and it was always a huge highlight for me. I love animals, and I remember in 3rd grade when I memorized my multiplication tables, I earned a trip to go to the zoo and ride the train. And it's just been really fun over the years to watch as the zoo has changed, and then they've also added a lot more things to make it family friendly. I feel like there's the playground and the splash pad, and it's always fun to look for what's new.
So you have memories going way back.
Oh yes. And it's fun to see the kids and to see their expressions as they see the animals, and to have some of the memories that I created as a child.
Yeah, that is so cute. It was so much fun for me to personally see these whole movies and at the same place. But anyway, we will get started with our trivia game if you're interested in following along here with us. And for number 1, see if you can guess what this animal is. So for number 1, what animal has a lot of energy because of a high metabolism, has long whiskers that can detect prey in dark water, has a transparent inner eyelid to protect their eyes while swimming, and has the thickest fur of any mammal? This is all the same animal we're talking about. So what do you think that animal is? Write your answer down under number 1. We'll go here to number 2. What animal can weigh up to 474 pounds, has blunt back teeth that can crush turtle shells? The females lay between 30 and 40 eggs at a time, and it can leap out of water so it can catch prey in overhanging branches.
This is hard.
Can you guess as going to the zoo what animal this is pertaining to? Now you're going to see this animal here
we saw
soon. We'll show you these animals soon. But number 3 here, under number 3, what animal is the world's longest of its species, is an excellent swimmer? When its babies hatch, they are at least 2 feet long.
Whoa. And
it kills its prey by constricting it. So what animal do you think that is? Okay, number 4. What animal is one of the largest and heaviest land animals in the world? It's not the largest and heaviest, but one of them. Has a flat, broad mouth that helps them graze on short grass, has poor eyesight but a sharp sense of hearing and smell, and can charge at speeds of up to 35 miles per hour if threatened. So what would that animal be? What do you think that animal is? We'll go to number 5. What animal normally travels between 2 and 3 miles per day, eats roots, shoots, and fruits of plants? They often build nests on the ground, and the male intimidates by pounding his chest. I think that last one kind of gave the rest away. We'll go to number 6. What animal is called a bull if it's a male, a cow if it's a female, and a calf if it's a baby, can eat between 220 to 660 pounds of food a day, uses mud as a sunscreen, and although it is heavy, it can walk very quietly because of spongy pads on its feet? So what is that animal for number 6? Number 7. What can leap 8 feet into the air when, quote, dancing, builds its nest on the ground in open wetland, flies in a V formation during migration, and has a large red face patch? What would that animal be? Number 8. What animal eats other animals for food and can eat up to 75 pounds at a time, can cross rivers over 4 miles wide, can kill prey while swimming, and has a pattern on their body that can be seen even if their fur is shaved off. You're probably thinking this animal didn't have fur.
That's fascinating.
Has a pattern on their body that can be seen even if their fur is shaved off. What is that animal? Okay, almost done. Number 9. What animal has large webbed bat feet but unwebbed front paws? Their lips can close behind their front teeth, eats tree bark, and has teeth that never stop growing. And finally, number 10. What animal is likely the third most popular pet in the world, primarily feeds on seeds of various types of grass? The female is called a hen, and the male is called a cock. And the nose is pink if immature, brown or white if a mature female, and royal blue for mature male. What is that animal? Okay, if you've written down your answers for those 10 questions of those 10 animals, we're going to return here in just a few minutes to see what those animals actually are. You're gonna
hard facts.
I didn't want to give anything away, but all of these animals, or a close relative of them, we got to see with the kids at the zoo. There were a couple things that Michael actually said weren't there when she was a little girl, and one of those was like a frog tank.
It's like a little tunnel of glass in the outside, a little aquarium, and then the kids can crawl up in and look out. And so the whole reptile exhibit is just been built within the past few years, and it's so fun and engaging for the kids because there's large glass windows for the snakes. And then frogs and alligators. There's a sloth that lives in there. So it's just really fun, and I feel like there's a lot more animals together now like they would be in their natural habitat.
Grass. All kinds of stuff.
And speaking of engaging, they have like this computerized projector machine where you can go to screens and build your own frog.
You can animate different animals.
And lizard, and it actually appears on the screen with your name next to it. I think every one of the kids was just mesmerized by...
They love that little part of the exhibit. It's really a fun
It's amazing how it works as they hop around and do these different things. I don't know how that happens, but it's a lot of fun for the kids. You want to do another one? And it's really neat how the zoo has really, it seems like, made a lot of effort to make it as interactive as possible so that everyone can have a good time. The kids found this Jeep, which I'm not sure how long the Jeep had been there, but they very much
remember the
driving.
Safari Jeep from my earliest
Really?
memories.
So it's been there a long time.
Yes, and there's a place to sit, and you can turn the steering wheel, and like it would be in Africa.
Okay, a little Safari Jeep. And then the little rhino statues, I don't know of a time when we've taken any kids to the zoo that didn't want to stop at the baby rhino statues to ride on them. It's just really cute, which it's immediately what I thought of when I saw the video clip of you riding a turtle.
On the turtle.
On the turtle with your Mama Jane all those years ago. I don't even know if that turtle's still at the zoo.
Yep, the turtle's still there, but they have added the tigers that you can climb on. They added a lion down by the zebras. They added the rhinos, and then they have a zebra bench. So
I do remember the zebra bench.
Gotten more and more family interactive.
True to form, all the kids very much enjoyed the baby rhino statues. That was a good stop for them.
Jump. Big jump. Okay, we ready to go see the gorilla?
Another interactive thing for the kids was the gorilla sounds. Some of them are like alarming if you're not expecting it.
That looks like that's a gorilla.
A couple times I think Coulter was pushing the buttons to see
he liked
the
loudest
loud one he could find. And then, a surprise, I'd never seen this before, but it was like a red panda mascot.
Yep, for the zoo.
Came out. It's so cute. I never know what's going on in the little kids' heads when they see stuff like this, but you know, he very much, this guy in a red panda suit came out and he had their attention. And, you know, they were all very bashful, like, should we go up to him and say hi? Should we not? So cute. It's like, it's okay. You guys can go up. And Coulter actually went up and gave him a little hug. It was really
sweet.
It was really sweet. I think my favorite, though, to watch the kids is the bird exhibit.
I love the bird exhibit.
It's so funny. It seems like at first the kids, they really want to get close to the parakeets. You know, it's just cool to see these little colorful birds flying around. But when push comes to shove and they're like close and they see their pokey beaks and they see their sharp claws, I think it's a little intimidating when you see the detail.
We've had a few that get surprised because they'll land on you to eat the little bird seed, and then if you've never felt their little claws before, it's kind of surprising. You get super close and you can hear their sounds, and
it is so fun. And watching Kate and Coulter especially, you know, hearing his little, here birdie birdie.
Yep.
Here, birdie, birdie. Here, birdie, birdie.
That one's always a top
special
visit
spot
to go with the kids. It's a lot of fun. Those were some of the animals we saw while we went on this zoo visit. And we'll return now. I don't know if you want to adjust your list, if you're down for the trivia, because we've seen the animals up to this point that were mentioned, and I'll read these again to tell you what they were.
For animal number 1, the one that has a lot of energy because of high metabolism, has long whiskers that can detect prey in dark water, has a transparent inner eyelid to protect their eyes while swimming, and has the thickest fur of any mammal.
What do you think it is?
Well, I saw your note just now.
Oh no! What would you have guessed?
Well, this one I actually know because it's one of my favorite animals, and it is the river otter.
The river otter. The North American river otter.
It's a brand new exhibit too.
Oh man.
Right up front where you can interact, and they will come up and play with the
so
kids.
Playful. Yep.
Yes. Like they'll chase you as you go across the glass, and
it was a lot of fun seeing. Coulter was not expecting this creature to swoop in from the side, and he was right up there next to the glass looking in. One spooked him.
They come up quick.
He swam right in front, and Coulter's like, "Oh, he scared me." It was super cute. So for number 2,
what animal can weigh up to 474 pounds, has blunt back teeth that can crush turtle shells? The females lay between 30 and 40 eggs at a time, and it can leap out of water to catch prey in overhanging branches.
I did not know that last fact.
I didn't either. This one is actually the Cuban crocodile. Because of their powerful tail, they can actually plunge out of water to actually catch. I thought that was really amazing.
That's cool.
This Cuban crocodile can do that.
So for number 3 here, what animal is the world's longest of its species? It's an excellent swimmer. When its babies hatch, they're at least 2 feet long and kills its prey by constricting it.
This animal is the python. So those 2-foot long babies kind of give away that it's a snake, I think. But this is the python. Okay, number 4.
What animal is one of the largest and heaviest flying animals of the world? Has a flat, broad mouth that helps them graze in short grass. Has poor eyesight, but a sharp sense of hearing and smell. And can charge at speeds of up to 35 miles per hour when threatened. This
one is the southern white rhinoceros. I was going to put the horn in it, but I thought that's a dead giveaway to say that. But 35 miles per hour.
It's amazing for such a large beast.
Right, the rhinoceros. Okay, next one, number 5.
What animal normally travels between 2 and 3 miles per day, eats roots, shoots, and fruits of plants? They often build nests on the ground, and the male intimidates by pounding its chest.
That last one you probably guessed is the gorilla, specifically the western lowland gorilla. Okay, number 6.
What animal is called a bull if it's a male, a cow if it's a female, and a calf if it's a baby? It can eat between 220 to 660 pounds of food per day. Uses mud as a sunscreen, and although it is heavy, it can walk very quietly because spongy pads on its feet.
And this is the African elephant. Imagine all kinds of elephants it applies to, but this is specifically the zoo. Knoxville Zoo has an African elephant. Number 7.
What animal can leap 8 feet into the air when, quote, dancing, builds its nest in the ground in open wetland, flies in a V formation during migration, and has a large red-faced patch?
This is the white-naped crane, and nape is like the back of their neck. So this is a crane.
I was guessing goose until you got to the last.
To the red part?
Yes, to the red part.
Yes, it was really cute. That exhibit at the zoo has a wingspan display to see how wide their wings go. And Cade ran right up to it and thought it was really cool. And says like, hey Cade, look over here. And I was taking a video of him, but he was like, oh, I want it to look real. Let me do something quick. So I was like, okay, I'll wait. And so he goes behind it And then he's like, okay, now take the picture. Only problem is
His little head.
this neck of this animal is covering his face, but he thought it looked more real. And he was kind of cute.
So, number 8. What is this animal? It eats other animals for food and can eat up to 75 pounds at a time, can cross rivers over 4 miles wide, can kill prey while swimming, and has a pattern on its body that can be seen even if the fur is shaved off.
This animal is the Bengal tiger. Now, the tiger at Knoxville Zoo is Malaysian, I think.
I think so.
But it's a close relative, but I think it still applies. You can still see their stripes on their body, even if you shave off their fur. But I thought that was very
cool.
interesting.
It's very cool that they can swim 4 miles. That is an
Right.
astounding length to have strength for such a large animal.
I know, that was incredible. Okay, number 9. We're almost done.
What animal has large webbed back feet but unwebbed front paws? Their lips can close behind their front teeth, they eat tree bark, and they have teeth that never stop growing.
And this is the North American beaver. So,
Such a fascinating animal. They build dams at Papa Bill's farm and
That's right.
flood the pasture. So seeing them in their natural habitat it's just very cool.
that's amazing to me to think that their front teeth, they always have to be gnawing on something to be trimming their teeth constantly. Otherwise, they would just, continually grow. That's amazing to me. And finally, number 10.
What animal is likely the third most popular pet in the world? This would be behind dogs and cats. Primarily feeds on seeds of various types of grass. The female is called a hen, and the male is called a cock. And the nose is pink if immature, brown or white if a mature female, and royal blue for a mature male.
And this would be the parakeet. I thought that was interesting. I didn't know that until recently, that you can actually identify parakeets if they're male or female just by looking at their nose color.
I didn't know that either. So next time we go to the zoo, I'm going to have to look.
Right, we can actually tell the boys from the girls in that respect there. So anyway, that's the trivia. Let me know how many of the animals you got right. If you want to give a comment on that, I'd be interested. Some of these were a little more difficult, and so anyway, we had fun seeing these different animals at the zoo. Again, it's just enjoyable to see something exotic and kind of get an education, in the different ways of life for different animals. But it's always a rewarding experience to take the kids to. It's just so much fun to see the little smiles and reactions, and
I always get my steps in. It makes me very happy.
Yes, it is a great place for exercise. And the toll that the exercise took usually on the way home from the zoo. It's very quiet, and you get home and you look back and everyone's asleep.
Everybody naps.
So anyway, but we had a good time, and hope you enjoyed this trivia time of the zoo animals at Knoxville. And again, if you are willing to share your answers of what you thought the animals were, and if you got them right, please let us know. Thanks again for joining us, and hope to see you next time.